Open your eyes.
What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you the first ever, my first ever, technically, Zelda Breath of the Wild video. You don't know how awesome it is to finally say that there's a subtitle for this game, meaning we are officially on the road to this game coming out, like, for real. Yep, so what I'm gonna do several videos on this. I'm gonna do a video of all the stuff that we learned after the gameplay and after the trailer. I'll also do a video on the gameplay. So I've been combing over the gameplay. I've combed over about the first 40 to 50 minutes of gameplay from the Treehouse streams, and I've gotten a lot of stuff out of that I'm going to talk about in the coming days. So I also have to do all the Pokemon stuff that we got from Koto and from E3. I still have Mass Effect to finish. I have Star Wars to get out. I have some of the stuff from the Sony conference that I have to do. So lots of trailers to pour over in like a day before I go back to work. But I wanted to get this one out first. But yeah, you'll see the gameplay for Zelda Into the Wild, at least my analysis on it in the coming days. But yeah, at least for you that means you get tons of videos. So let's hop on into this. Alright, so the trailer starts off pretty interestingly. We have Link riding through, at least the first shot I took anyway. We see here there's a big blue tower. So now this tower right here, we see in a lot of the we see a lot of these towers in the game, and at first, I was thinking this was gonna be kind of like a a place where you can go up and kind of like get a look around the area and be able to kind of get a good vantage point, and then hop off and you'll be able to kind of like glide over to that area. But from what another thing I'm getting from this tower is maybe this is gonna be kind of like a Fallout thing, not Fallout, like a Far Cry type of deal. In Far Cry, you take over the you take over the watchtowers. At least in Far Cry 4, you take over the radio towers. And you're able to kind of open up that area for yourself to be able to go through and do things you need to do. I'm thinking this is gonna be kind of the same way, because if you look at this tower, it's blue. It has a blue light on it, and the other towers like it, if you look at them in the later shots, they have orange. Kind of like the shrines too. The shrines also have kind of like an orangish yellow light, but when you get there and open the shrine and go in, it turns blue. So I'm thinking, these are kind of like that. Next shot we get is another shot of looks like a lake area. You see there's a house up there blowing out some smoke. We also see there is what looks like a little platform area in the water. Then that could be used by Baklabans, or it could be somewhere where you can go fishing. I don't think we saw that in the gameplay. I think the gameplay was restricted mainly to the Great Plateau. I don't think this is the Great Plateau. Next we get a shot of this kind of like looks like valley looking area. We see that there's like a big kind of skeleton looking creature. And I think we're going to see that a bit later, because it looks kind of like something else that Link fights later in the trailer. We see some decayed architecture back there. This could be a distant shot of the Great Bridge of Hylia, because we will see that again in the trailer as well. Now we get a shot of the Desert Valley area, or I guess what you could call kind of like the Gerudo Valley, or the Gerudo Desert area. We see, there's like a little path up there, which again, we're going to see that later in the trailer as well. We get here, this one is a look at the decayed Temple of Time. This is where things get interesting. So this is the Great Plateau area. You see off in the distance what looks like Hyrule Castle, and if you can really see it, there's a bunch of like There's a bunch of like stone stone structures around it. That definitely plays a role in what's going on. You're gonna see that later in the trailer too. Down there, you can see an inactive shrine. So yep, like I said earlier, shrines are yellow or orangish color when they're inactive until you get there and you activate it with your Sheikah Slate. Then it turns blue. This one shows off the wildlife. There's a ton of wildlife here, and there's also several guardians. So the big robot thing that we saw in the original Zelda Wii U trailer, we know now is a guardian. So we're not quite sure if they were guarding Hyrule or if they're guarding, or if they work for the evil. You know, they work for well, I guess Ganon we can call them now. It's been confirmed that Ganon's back in the game, but we're not sure exactly who the guardians, who created them, or who they're actually working for, but they are called guardians, and they will try to kill you. We see over here what looks like a camp. It looks like an old, like a wooden, fence, like a fortress fence. We see an opening here, so maybe there's some sort of encampment. It doesn't look like a Baklava camp because they don't look that structured. That looks like it could be another enemy fortification of some sort. We get a pretty awesome range shot of a guardian that's been just dormant for years. He's got moss growing on him. He's inactive. He's broken up. And this is at the Temple of Time, so it looks like they were either attacking or defending the Temple of Time. We got Link on his new glider type thing. I forgot exactly what this is called in the game, but it's not called a sail claw. It's not really called a glider. It's actually called something else. This one's a pretty interesting one. We get you get to basically, I don't know if Epona's in this game or not. Now they did say Epona back in the Game Awards trailer, but he might have just been saying Epona. But from here, it looks like you can capture and tame your own horse. Because there's no Lon Lon Ranch here, at least not the way I can see so far. So yeah. Great Bridge of Hylia. So we'll get the Great Bridge of Hylia again. And of course you can actually cross this bridge, and it looks like he's going back towards the Great Plateau area, because you can see the Temple of Time and that main blue tower. So it looks like he's going back to the Great Plateau area. Temple of Time. So the Temple of Time has fallen into great decay. Don't exactly know why, but it's fallen into decay, and it's just wrecked. It looks like no one has been here in a very long time. So we have Link setting a fire. So one thing you're going to learn from the gameplay is that you can actually set items on fire. So if you are by a fire, or say that an explosion happens, things will catch on fire. You will be able to actually light a wooden item like a stick or a club or something like that on fire, and be able to set other things on fire. And it looks like what he's doing here is he's setting a trap for those Baklavins back there in that camp. So they'll probably climb this rock, which you can climb any rock in the game, do something to try to get them to run out here to the fire, which is pretty devious. Cooking is in the game, so you can actually cook. I've seen a couple of these in the gameplay. These like little stand things here around like Baklavin camps and in random spots. I don't know if you'll actually get one, but you'll be able to make a fire, so you might be able to cook that way. This one is one of the new powers Link gets. This comes from his Sheikah Slate. It's actually I'm not quite sure what this one is, because they didn't go through this one in the gameplay, but he's able to freeze water and then use it as a block to hop on, which is pretty interesting. This is a pretty good picture of the Sheikah Slate. It is kind of like a phone. You actually download, well not download, but you actually can, kind of like put runes on it, which would give you new magical powers. Weather effects. So weather effects are going to be in this game, and they do affect Link. So yeah, if it's too hot, you're going to have to wear something cooler. If it's too cold, you're going to have to wear something heavier. You'll also be able to wear, metallic armor and gear. And if you are using a metal weapon or wearing metal gear, you will get struck by lightning. Yes, so lightning can strike you and probably kill you in this game, which is interesting. That's an interesting effect right there. And this is a cutscene, definitely. Because see, there's no no bars or any kind of indicators, anything around here. This is definitely a cutscene. This is the top of the resurrection place. I can't remember what it's called, but this is the top of it. So this is the Tower of Resurrection. You are actually in the bottom of this tower, and you put your Sheikah tablet here, and you get another room. And something is happening here. You can see the light glowing from Hyrule Castle. Then of course you see this purple miasma looking stuff kind of developing around Hyrule Castle. And that's when we get our main baddie. And it was hard to get this shot, because this shot is literally like a second and a half, if that much. But we get a shot of our main baddie here. Of course, this is not even his final form. So, we get a shot of him. Doesn't look like Ganon. It looks like straight up Satan. But, maybe Ganon, Ganon went to hell. One of the many times you killed him, and he came back. Like, he beat the crap out of Satan and was like, "I'm back, Nyoko." But yeah, that is Ganon, and he, from what I'm seeing here, somehow those stone things around Hyrule Castle have allowed Ganon to seal the castle completely. Because that's probably why we don't see Princess Zelda or anybody else from Castle Town outside of Castle Town, because everybody is sealed in there and they can't get out for whatever reason, But yeah, that's the new baddie for the game. This right here is what I believe is the creature we saw earlier in the trailer, the little skeleton-looking creature. It's kind of hard to tell because one, that was a kind of far-away shot, but they both have the same type of stance, and you see Link fighting it here. I'm definitely thinking that this is the same creature. If you look, you see Link is actually holding an axe. So in this game, you actually get a variety of different weapons. So it's not just swords. You can actually hold anything from axes, clubs, spears, which I really freaked out when I saw that. I was like, spears? I was like, Link has a spear? And it's crazy looking, but yeah, Link has a spear. Also, one thing you can notice is he does not wear his green tunic in this game, from what we've seen so far. Maybe the green tunic you get somewhere, but from what I've seen, he's wearing a bunch of different clothes, but not the green tunic. And there's also a shrine in the background. You see here Link getting ready to fight, Garignac from Galaxy Quest. But he's decked out in straight up armor. Straight up knight gear. Alright, so he's got no green tunic. He's wearing armor. You better take that off before it starts raining, because you will get struck by lightning. But yeah, this is the crazy part. I freaked out at this part too. I was like, oh, he's wearing armor. And it's crazy, and he seems to have an upgraded version of that Sheikah Ice Shield that we see him in the earlier trailers. But yeah, man, Link looking like a straight up knight right here. Alright, so this is a shrine. Shrines are basically gonna hold a lot of your kind of side quests. They're like mini dungeons. You actually go in there to get the first couple of shrines actually give you some of your abilities, like your bombs, your ability to make bombs. Because now bombs are kind of like magic, so you can make as many as you need. Also, your ability to use various types of magic you'll be able to unlock those by going through shrines and getting runes for your Sheikah slate. And you see, it was yellow before, but once you enter it and activate it, it's actually blue. And of course, right here, we get a shot of a Guardian, a fully active Guardian. Alright, so here's the one thing I get from this. Now, the original Guardians we saw in the original trailer had blue energy. Now, I don't know if, you know, that was changed for a story reason or what, but now it's purple energy or pinkish type of energy that does kind of fit the miasma that's around the Hyrule Castle Town. So definitely they're connected. Maybe whoever, you know, Ganon activated these guys and he used them to attack Hyrule. You know, so that could be what it is, and maybe he's reactivating them now that you're back. Also, you see that there is what looks like something else in the left-hand corner over there. I don't know if that's connected to the Guardian or not, or if that's another type of enemy, but it looks pretty weird. And then we get a shot of, this is when officially we get a shot of the logo for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And one thing that drives even more questions than anything else in the trailer is the Master Sword. The Master Sword is rusted and corroded. I've never seen that happen before. The Master Sword has been in the stone for hundreds of years, and when you pull it out, it's always pristine and fine because it's a magical sword. I've never seen the Master Sword corroded before. So how long has it been since there was a hero? That right there is crazy. You know, how long has it been since somebody wielded the Master Sword? You know, I mean, we can see, you know, that everything else is in decay. You know, I mean, exactly what happened? You know, did the hero die? You know, I don't know, but it's been ages since somebody wielded the Master Sword, since there was a hero. So that's about it. I will get more information for you very soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, keep it real.